It's launch time on an incredibly windy day, and a fixed-wing agricultural drone is catapulted into the air towards a strawberry field.
The computer's got control of it now.
Tony Gilbert owns Queensland Drone Photography, and producers from hundreds of kilometres away have travelled to Biawar, where Grocom invited him to demonstrate how the technology works. The Ag Eagle drone is using near-infrared scanners to measure the health of a strawberry field using a Normalised Difference Vegetation Index, or NDVI.
And all it means is that when the sun shines down on plants, they absorb light. But it doesn't absorb all the light. It only absorbs the red light and the blue light. The green light gets reflected back, and that's why when we look out here at these oats, for example, they're green, because they're reflecting green light back at us. But they're also reflecting back near-infrared light that we can't see. And that near-infrared light is about 5 or 6 times stronger than the green light that's being reflected back. We shoot images in the near-infrared spectrum. We can see very, very small differences in the health of the plant long before you'd ever see them with your eye.
Tony Gilbert had photographic examples of how the near-infrared images can pick up poor growth, lack of nutrition, faulty irrigation and pest and weed invasions in the field.
That's a crop of iceberg lettuces, and what you can see is that just along here there's a red strip. This should all be green, but you've got some yellowing here that indicates a bit of stress. You've got a red strip down here which indicates that the plant is in serious difficulty in that section. So we can't say what's causing that. What we can say is you need to go in there and have a look, because there's something wrong there that shouldn't be. That one there, we actually mapped the Gatton Horticulture Expo site, and what you're seeing here is root rot.
Anna Geddes is from Grocom, and with the help of state government funding, organised Tony Gilbert to meet with South East Queensland producers.
Grocom is a peak body for fruit and veg in Queensland. We've been rolling out Hort 360, which is the best management practice program for horticulture. Basically, there's 2 project officers running around in South East Queensland at the moment, doing one-on-one farm risk assessments free of charge. They don't take that long, but what we're finding out of it is gaps within the industry, and we can run training days like this on drones.
So is this more about just opening up people's minds to what the possibilities are out there?
Definitely. I think, coming into the next generation, the new generation, and there's lots of technologies out there, and it's just about incorporating into everyday farming, I guess, and production.
Anna Geddes and the Grocom team also invited along local students to see the display at Oaklands Farm. Its director John Allen was keen to see a drone in action. He's interested in the early detection of potential infestations of spider mites and fungus in the fields.
We grow strawberries, and that's where the main application will be, as I see it at the moment. We also grow ginger. Pretty much every season you've always got a hurdle somewhere, but the rain has created fungal issues with powdery mildew and grey mould, and while I don't think we can detect the grey mould with the drone, I think powdery mildew certainly we will, because it affects the leaves damage. So to find that 5 days earlier than what we can physically see it and treat it, it could be worth thousands.
Shane Francis travelled to John Allen's farm from Cumbia near Kingaroy, where he grows 20,000 stone fruit trees and 3,000 avocado trees.
Anything that can help pick up a problem sooner rather than later is, why I'm here.
Tony Gilbert says the potential returns from the investment could be more than the cost of a drone.
Farmers do invest in technology. Their GPS-controlled tractors that they use to be able to even do simple things like create straight lines in their crops cost well more than that. And they don't have to buy the complete system. They can subscribe to an on-farm service, so we'll actually come and do the surveys for them on the farm at a per hectare rate.
And what are you looking at for that? How does it compare to what you'd get in return for being able to step in if you see disease?
Obviously, very high value crops are going to get a much better return because, say, to save one avocado bush or one macadamia tree, that can be worth thousands of dollars in the life of the plant. But even in a lower value crop, if we were to pick up a spider mite in the strawberry, the farmer's only choice from a visual scan is to put an insecticide over the whole crop. So with the data that we can provide, we can show the farmer the exact areas of his crop that need the insecticide, and he may only use 50% or even 30% of what he would use in spraying the whole crop to get rid of that pest. Same with nitrogen, for example. If a farmer's going to put nitrogen on his crop, normally speaking, he would apply the same rate of nitrogen across the entire crop, but we can actually provide data so that the amount of nitrogen being applied to the crop is only what's needed in each particular section. And that can result in quite big savings. We're talking about $5 a hectare to survey the crop. The farmer could be saving $30 or $40 a hectare just on nitrogen.
Exciting times ahead.
Every flight's exciting for a start.
Especially on a windy day like this.
Definitely.
It got back in one piece.
It did, and as they say, every landing that comes in one piece is a good landing.